Genre Presentation by Justin Post and Jennifer Corright. We are first going to identify two of the writing genres and where they are in the Bible. The first one that we are going to cover is the remembered event genre. The first writing genre that stands out in the Bible is our first essay, which was the remembered event essay. In the Remember Event essay, we had to include four basic features, which was a well-told story, vivid descriptions, people and places, and the autobiographical significance. Throughout the whole Bible, there are many books and stories that fit this genre. We felt the story in the Bible that stood out the most and relates to this essay is the book of Genesis, more particular, the story of Noah. In the story of Noah, God tells Noah exactly what to do in order to save his family and the animals because of the flood that he creates. The story of Noah does a good job of showing the basic features. God is basically telling Noah exactly how he must build the ark and who he must bring inside the ark. God is telling Noah that the ark must be 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. He also tells him exactly how the walls must be done and how many decks there should be. This is quoted in Genesis chapter 6, verse 14 through 17. God then tells Noah exactly who he must bring inside of the ark and what animals he needs to bring. This is quoted in Genesis chapter 7, verse 1 through 5. These two verses do a good job of telling a well-told story because God is significantly saying what he wants done, and later on it tells of what Noah did until the flood was gone. Aside from telling a well-told story, it does a good job of showing vivid descriptions. Finally, it does a good job with showing a autobiographical significance, because when Noah and everyone get off the ark, God realizes that he will never do anything like that again. We felt that if God had not told Noah that he would never again flood the earth, that one, there would be no significance, and two, people who read this story would always wonder if this would happen again. A good autobiographical significance is to make sure that the readers understand where the story is going. The next essay that we are going to cover is a narrative genre, which is our profile essay. The book of Job can be identified to the profile essay we discussed. Profiles are ways to learn about interesting people and the places they are and what they do. In Job, we are looking at a man and his family, his land, and all that he owns and has. The first chapter of Job goes into detail of everyone and tells us who he is and what kind of a man he is. Profile essays can be either narrative or topical. Job is narrative and seems to have a lot of information that needs to help us understand who he is, which helps with the story. It also is put into a sequence of events. Job starts off with many material things. He has everything and is a God-fearing man. He is then put to the test by Satan. Little by little, we see everything he owns and loves vanish. The event that takes place in his life leads up to the one question: will Job still love God after all he has is taken away from him? Next, we are going to reflect on two essays. We decided to take our narrative essay, which is our profile essay, and our remembered essay, and discuss what social implications they have. First, our narrative essay. In the profile essay, we had to profile a person or a place. We had to set up interviews and get more information about that particular person or place. In this essay, we had to include a role for the writer, detailed information, a clear organization plan, and perspective on the subject. We decided to use Dirty Jobs, which is a show on the Discovery Channel. The show Dirty Jobs does a great job with the narrative genre. In the show Dirty Jobs, the host of the show actually goes to different places and tries out their job. The host takes on both a participant role and a narrative role so the audience has a better understanding of it. The next genre that we decided to use was the remembered genre. This essay was based on a story of a life event. It was to tell a story and describes time, places, and the events when they happened. It has to captivate the audience and keep everyone interested. We felt that September 11th, something that happened in our society recently, was a great example of a remembered genre. This event goes with that genre. It happened to so many people, and if you read about it in the papers or online, you hear a lot of what happened to different people. You can also talk to any one person and hear a totally different story for all. Everyone has a different way of remembering what happened and can tell it with emotion and feeling that will captivate everyone listening. How do genres help shape reading and writing? We felt that genres shape reading and writing by creating different ways of looking at the way we write essays and the way that we can look and pick out what we see when reading it. We also felt that the different ways of looking at genres is to recognize the way it is written, to respond to it in a way that you can tell what kind it is, and to make sure that whoever is reading it understands the flow of the genre. Genres also set the tone for the essay or the story. When a person reads an essay or a story, they should be able to know what the writer is talking about and what type of style they are using. There are 4 areas we would research when learning about a new genre. First, we would find out what the main idea is behind it. Second, we would then figure out what the flow is for the genre. Is it first person or do we speak in third person? Do we need to do research or do we create from our own thoughts? Also, if we need research, then we need to look for many resources to help with our paper. And finally, if it is our own experiences, then we need to take notes of what we did and what order we want to put the paper in.